Let's go, baby. I have my headset on again. God dang it. When am I going to stop doing this? When am I going to stop doing that? Not talking to anybody. Not talking to anybody. Well, I guess I am talking to 55 people in here, but I'm not talking to you guys where you guys can respond to me back in a headset. So I've been doing that a lot lately. I'm joking. It's Monday. I'm a little foggy brained. All good. My bad. Hang on 1 second, yo. Alex on me about the Patriots. Dude, I want to lose. So you ain't roasting me. You ain't roasting me. I quite literally want to lose. Very, very much so want to lose every single time the Patriots step on the field right now. All right. I wanted to scroll this real quick to just show you guys a little bit of pain. So I tweeted this slip out the other day from the correlation tool. As you guys usually know about the correlation tool. Hang on. Where did you guys go? There you are. You guys know about the correlation tool. I tweeted this out. If it went 6-6, I was going to give two people $100. Unfortunately, the most pain that you've ever seen on a tool, maybe it saved me $200. Maybe I could have won more than that by winning the slip if that would have been the case, which would have been sick. But if you guys didn't see, Mark Andrews literally 1 yard from glory. 44.5. If the ref just could have gave us a little bit more of a favorable spot, maybe we could have got that extra yard, but unfortunately, we didn't. But if you guys are unaware, the correlation tool itself absolutely went crazy. College football, 20x or 25x slips off the correlation tool. 20x or 25x slips from the NFL correlation slips. Absolutely insane weekend as far as that goes. College football with the bounce back of the century over the last 2 weeks. Pretty insane to see that happen. College football, obviously NFL, the two of the most correlated sports we offer here on the correlation tool, guys. And if you guys don't have access to the correlation tool where all of these winners are coming from, up over 570 units. I'm not even sure that's including everything from Sunday. I'm going to have to double check if we fully updated it yet. But nonetheless, pretty insane. If you guys don't have access to it, linked in the description of this live stream right now, you guys can get access to it. I have 117 people in here. Let's make a deal. I'm going to make you guys a deal. I'll drop some type of correlation slip. We'll talk about it later. Some type of correlation slip if this live stream hits 75 likes before 2:35. Before 2:35, this stream hits 75 likes. Drop some type of correlation slip. And as you guys know, whenever we drop a correlation slip, we're not saying it's going to hit. We're not saying all these slips are going to hit on the correlation tool. Playing them at volume is what we're saying in order to be profitable using this tool, right? You have to be entering in multiple slips. Even if we had let's just say we had 20 correlation slips up for college football the other day. We hit 5. You understand how crazy that is? At 20x, 25x, 20x, like insane. Even if we hit 1, like still profitable. All right, we got 41 likes. You guys definitely crushed that. Like I mentioned, if you guys don't want to, keep missing out on the correlation tool, I highly suggest going into the link in the description of this live stream, getting it yourself. That's going to be the best way to ensure profitability when using that tool. Same thing here with the optimizer. Do you guys want to start? I've already played some of these. I even tweeted out a slip with it. I think we maybe start on UD. Let me see. I'm not sure what the value is looking like. My Wi-Fi has been in a little bit of shambles. So if the stream kind of looks laggy or something, I don't know what's going on. I had to reset the old router and work on it before the stream. So I haven't really paid attention to the value over the last I don't know, hour. And I ate some lunch. I ate some chicken nuggets, basically. Okay, it's looking pretty rough. It's looking pretty rough. Let's check on what is usually old reliable. All right, so I know about the UD sale. We have Jordan Poole discounted. Let me go ahead and refresh this. Jordan Poole discounted on UD from, what was it, 16.5 to 10.5, I think it was. Like I mentioned, my Wi-Fi's in a little bit of shambles. 16.5 to 10.5 points. Like that for Movember. Real quick, read the chat. What's good? What's good, everyone? Evan, Dustin, Ed, or I said my own name, Spartan. How about them Patriots? Yeah, screw them anyways. Where's TJ? Is he still moving? TJ's Wi-Fi is getting set up today. I'm thinking he should be back tomorrow. Mark Andrews' line was brutal. Yeah, that was just tough. Yeah, there ain't too much. That flash sale is gonna open up some value, so like we have to, get something out there we can. Let's go ahead and build a slip here on ParlayPlay, right? And honestly, what we're going to do, guys, is go straight from the top, basically. Let's see. We're going to start it off with Cortland Sutton, Stephon Diggs, under 133.5 receiving yards combo square. Now, with these combo squares, this percent odds to hit. So we're giving this a 55.79% odds to hit is what you're really looking for in these combo squares to be paying attention to. This is taking into consideration their lines on the sports books, the juice, etc., across their lines. So we got Diggs and Sutton under. We have Jason Tatum. I am a Celtics fan. I am not scared about taking this line. Jason Tatum could very well go over this line of 37.5 points and rebounds. Look, he's juiced. Minus 152 under 37.5, and then he's 36.5 across these other sports books. So you're getting a one-line discrepancy here, playing Jason Tatum on the under of 37.5 on ParlayPlay. Then Harrison Barnes under 1.5 3-pointers made, minus 140 on FanDuel to go under 1.5. Yeah, I think it's been bumped. Yeah. Well, bro, you're from Florida. All right, TJ. Look, we're just going to build it right here. Let's do it. Some stuff's gotten removed, but we're going to try and be quick. We're going to build this out for everyone. Sutton. Jason Tatum. Under. So we got two unders there. Now, we have Evan Mobley that's popped up over 26.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's juiced on the over of 26.5 and even 27.5 on multiple books. Let's keep on going. Noah Dobson, under 3 shots on goal. We have... See, we have Porzingis and Tatum. I don't love taking kind of the rebound line for both of them, so I'm just going to skip Porzingis. Still come down here to... I don't know if this is going to let us, actually. Let's see. Let me see if this is going to alter our payout. Yeah, it's going to alter our payout. So we can't play both those Islanders, so we're going to take the top play. We'll take Tolvanen under 2. Tolvanen under 2 against Colorado. And now we need one more. Giannis under 29.5 points. Look, you set the 28.5 on the sports books. Giannis under 29.5. And remember, with the new payout structure, ParlayPlay, we're working on the color coding scheme, guys. Don't worry about that. But ParlayPlay in general, well, I guess if you use this, it's going to go ahead and show us. But much like PrizePicks, we are looking for 54.34% because now their 6-pick insured slips are the exact same as PrizePicks payouts. Thus, that has become the best slip type here on ParlayPlay. These are the top 6 plays. Obviously, we skipped Porzingis to dodge a little bit of negative correlation. But then, just because we have these, since we have these 55.79, 55, 55, 54, high 54, we have those higher plays in here. We are good to go ahead and take below that 54.34% number. So we got Tolvanen and we have Giannis in this to round out the slips, because the reason that we're looking for 54.34% on each individual leg, right? We have the color coding, that way you could see what you can't really go past, essentially. But if you do have those higher percent odds to hit in your slips, then you're good to go past it, as long as your average fair odds percentage of each individual leg is above that 54.34. So if you put these all and got the average percent, it's well above 54.34%. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it, but I did say it's 75 likes. I'll drop some type of correlation slip if you guys would want. That is a slip, though. So one more time. I'm in shambles Wi-Fi wise, so I've just kind of built it out for you guys here. Sutton and Diggs, Jason Tatum on the under, points and rebounds, 37.5. Evan Mobley, the only over of the slip, over 26.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Noah Dobson, under 3 shots on goal. Ellie Tolvanen, under 2 shots on goal. And then Giannis Antetokounmpo, under 29.5 points. Can you do EA Sports? Am I tripping? No. Bro. Nah, don't. Bro, Colt Mack. Don't have me tripping like that. It's clearly an under right here. Clearly an under. Yeah, be tripping for a second. Don't do that to me. And he plays for PrizePicks. Yeah, Kenny, we're getting there. Let's go ahead. I am going to pull up PrizePicks, see if we have some. Ooh, okay. So, yeah, we do have some new fantasy scores. Jakob Poeltl, under 29.5 fantasy score. Let's go ahead and get these locked in. Good call. Good call. Jakob under. Gafford under. It's not my favorite to be taking these. Oh, let's see. Let me see what I can build real quick. Taking a few of these. All right. I've taken some of these fantasy scores. I've already tweeted out a slip, so I know some of you probably already have it. Let's do this. I just don't love taking basically both centers unders here. No, I'm not going to do that. Let's take Jakob. I don't love that. Let's go ahead and do Bobby Portis. And then let's do, I might have to do Bo Horvat, or let's check the middling tool. Those Knicks players I've already played the unders on. Braden Smith's assist, 1-to-1 comparison. All right, here on the middling tool, this is where we compare DFS apps to DFS apps to find where we can get the best number. Some of these, Evan Mobley, that's why it looks like such a good play. I mean, look at all these other DFS apps that have it set to 26.5. Thrive also has it at 26.5. Thrive actually got some really good NBA lines right now. If you're not on Thrive. Nothing crazy that we have like off in comparison to the rest of the market here on PrizePicks. Punters obviously 0.5 off. Dude, this value is kind of brutal right now. Of course, I want to give you guys slips. I want to give you slips. How much for the tool? Yuck. Oh, wow. Peace out, yeah. God dang it. That's what I get for being indecisive. I guess we should have just built out straight from what we had here because it would still be plus EV, but I just don't want us to get into any negative correlation. And like, could it be? Yes. Could it not be? No. Like, there's an argument either way, kind of for both of those being kind of centers against each other, right? Just I didn't really want to do that myself, but I've played these Knicks unders and fantasy score. Julius Randle at 33 here. Keegan Murray under 6.5. OG over 1.5. Yeah, Silver's got it right, guys. 113 people in here. I appreciate everybody in here. 75 likes. I'll drop a correlation slip from the correlation tool. Do want to talk. Silver's right. We don't want to force anything, right? I've personally have already built out a slip using most of those fantasy scores on PrizePicks. Tweeted it out, so I know a decent amount of people have it. I don't want to double dip into those, right? We always tell you that you don't want to overexpose to one certain player prop there. So I'm not going to do it either just to have another slip that I built out here. But you guys, I have this screen up for a reason. Not only for me to build, but for you guys to take advantage of. Like, you are basically getting this tool for about 45 minutes, maybe to an hour for free. Count this as like your free trial, let's say. Where you guys can see anything above 54.34% is what we're looking for. You can come down here if you want to and take some of these little bit lower plays as long as you're getting in these higher plays where your fair odds percentage is going to be above that number like I mentioned. So use it to your advantage. I don't want to force anything. I don't want to put out bad slips. I don't want to put out slips that aren't plus EV. It's just what we do. What's good? Underdog, NSD. Yeah, we're working on some Underdog right now. I'm gonna check the middling tool for Underdog. Today's slate is rough. No need to force any plays. There's Monday Night Football. Silver, be quiet, Kenny says. Guys, let's get some more likes so we get a correlation slip. Yep, you guys are getting there. Just about 15 likes, and I'll drop that. All right. I'm gonna check on Underdog because Underdog has been having some. Zach LaVine over 6 3-pointers attempted on Underdog. I actually like this because if you look at this, we have 2 data points being PrizePicks and ParlayPlay. You know, all of these DFS apps set lines independently that say this should be higher at 6.5. You get it at 6 on ParlayPlay. So yeah, there's some push potential there. But when comparing to 2 other data points, so you have 2 in agreement that should be 6.5, 1 here that is off those other 2 saying it shouldn't be. You guys going to take the 6.5 that has 2 people, 2 DFS apps saying that it should be higher? Might end up locking that in. Let's see. Zach LaVine over 6.5 3-points attempted. They took Porzingis' assist off the board. No. Let's see. Like Braden Smith, sure, this is like not a bad line to like maybe middle. Use my squeaky chair. Braden Smith, 5.5 on Underdog for assists, right? So you could take the over on Underdog, the under of 6 on PrizePicks, have a chance to technically not lose both bets. If he lands at 6, you push on Underdog or PrizePicks, you go over on Underdog. But I would much prefer something that I can find where we're off, where multiple books are off in agree or against one specific book, and that book that we're looking for right now is Underdog. And see, Gafford right here looks to be a decent playoff surface, right? Over 2 when he set the 2.5 on Fliff and Hot Streak, but both of these books are heavily juicing the under of 2.5, so I don't love that as much, right? It's like really heavy juice. We could find something. Okay, hold up. All right, Jason Tatum's rebounds at 9. Looking pretty solid. Looking pretty solid. He's at 9.5 on multiple books. I know we took his over, though, in the correlation slip I did tweet out. If he lands at 9, we can cash both. Obviously, we'd push here. Let me see if I can keep cooking and find something else. Kyle Kuzma at 6 rebounds. It's enticing. 6.5. Minus 150 juice on the under 6.5. Don't love that. Let's go ahead and do this. I think I'm keeping Zach LaVine. Just because there's 2 DFS apps that are saying this. I'm going to keep Zach LaVine. And I'm going to go with Keegan Murray here. Under 6.5 rebounds. Okay, maybe not. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. Jordan Poole over 10.5 points. Zach LaVine over 6 threes attempted. Keegan Murray under 6.5 rebounds. And then we'll talk about it. TJ just tweeted out a slip. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. You wait till I get a hold of TJ. You wait till I get a hold of TJ. You just wait because TJ always gets mad. No, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. It's a great slip. I will give him that. It's a great slip, but this is what we're going to do. Just hit him with the really. He'll know what I'm talking about. He'll know what I'm talking about. Scotty Barnes and Portis under fantasy score on PrizePicks. Yeah, it's really good. Ooh, we have some middling opportunities here between PrizePicks and Underdog. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to... okay, we're only going to be able to take one of these. What's Cypher at? Cypher's also on TSM. I'm going to take Inters under 13.5. Under 13.5. I'm going to take Julius Randle over 33. And then I am going to take, it's like just this, it's just borderline. Keegan Murray got even better. I'm going to take, since we already got his under rebounds, I'm going to take OG Anaboy over 1.5 assists. And then what we're going to do, so boom. Then we got to be quick. Got to be quick here. Okay, never mind. We're already too slow. We're already too slow. Hi, yo, papi. Interns is already gone. So, ideally, what we were going to do there was... I think it was already showing us it's gone. Yeah, ideally, what we were going to do there is we were going to take the under of 13.5 on Underdog, the over of 11.5 on PrizePicks. Thus, if it lands on 12 or 13, we win both bets. We have a profitable bet on both sides. And I'm not saying that's going to happen for sure. What I'm saying is there's a percentage chance that that can happen. And in that percentage chance, if we were to be able to have a profitable bet on both sides. And not only that, it just makes perfect sense, right? When you have two books that are off in comparison like that, especially here in these niche markets like Esports, League of Legends, CSGO, and that was CSGO headshots on maps 1 through 2. Whenever you see them off, we see it sometimes 6 kills, 7 kills sometimes, right? That's insane. But like even in this case, it's pretty fair to say, or that the middle is the most accurate projection, right? If you have 13.5 and 11.5, we could say that maybe 12.5 is probably the most accurate projection when you have these two respectable DFS apps setting their lines independently. And they're both, one saying it should be higher, one saying it should be lower. Respect both of them. So probably the middle in between the two of those two books, the right play. All right, 67 likes. Creeping up on the 75 likes I mentioned. What do you mean? How is middling profitable in the long run if you need it to be profitable on all legs? You could middle a few, but if the other leg wins. Well, it depends, because like if you're not playing, you're playing 3-mans on Underdog, you're playing 5-mans on PrizePicks, 5-6-mans on PrizePicks. So it's like even if you went 5-6 on PrizePicks, you could cash out for 2x. Like I've had slips that I've cashed 2x on PrizePicks, 6x on Underdog, right? It happens more than you would think, right? Think about 6 kills in CSGO. Obviously, that's a 2-kill middle. There's a lower percent chance that's going to happen as opposed to a 6-kill middle, right? Basic math on that. But the higher percent chance for that to happen is what we're looking for, right? Obviously, it's not the best middle you could find 2 kills, but it's something you still should be playing. And honestly, over the long term, we've already tracked it. We've tracked it whenever we first brought up middling. I know one of our users had tracked it himself in general, let alone everybody that plays all these plays exactly how we're talking about, that have the tool, that know what they're doing, are profitable. Yeah, Clay, really though, that makes perfect sense, right? ROI is all about what percentage of your plays can hit. Middling gives you a better chance of hitting two separate picks, right? It's all about the opportunity to be able to win on those two bets. And when you do that 5% of the time or whatever it might be, that's where your ROI is going to grow. In volume. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, middling itself isn't even just about volume, but it is along with everything else we talk about, right? Plus EV betting as a whole, in order for you to be profitable over the long term, you need volume, right? You have to be able to fight negative variance off with that volume. You have to play these plus EV plays at those high percentages, right, at volume in order to be profitable. Even the correlation tool. If you're playing one or two plays off the correlation tool a week, you're probably not going to be profitable using it unless you're getting extremely lucky choosing the correct slips, right? You need to be playing these at volume as well. Right? Expected value plus EV. Like, it's not saying every single slip's going to hit, but you're getting really good value and over the long term playing these plays at volume. Volume. I almost feel like I almost mixed those up when I just said that. Is where you're expected to see these results that you're seeing on Twitter, people tweeting at us, etc. Two more likes. I'll drop the slip. I'll drop the slip for the 75th like. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead, scan through these DFS apps one more time here before we hopefully hit that 75 like mark. Fantasy scores, if you guys haven't got them in, suggest getting them in. Like, you could play this DeMar DeRozan play is really good. In comparison to the market, taking the even lines for each of those stats or projections that make up NBA fantasy score here on PrizePicks, and then computing on the back end. If DraftKings, Barstools, BetMGM had this fantasy score market, right, they would have this projected right around 35.7 fantasy score. PrizePicks has it set to 37.5. So off by about average of minus 1.8 for those three books. Therefore, PrizePicks is a little too aggressive in their projections. Thus, we want to hit the under on PrizePicks, right? Lately, I don't know if you guys have been noticing, Underdog releases their fantasy scores a lot later in the day, but they have been even more off than what PrizePicks had. Like, when Underdog releases their fantasy score market lately, it's insane how off they are, even in comparison to PrizePicks and these sportsbooks as well. So Clay, yeah, like, you guys would be surprised how many, for the correlation tool itself, right? How many different combinations there are that make up a profitable slip across PrizePicks, etc. Right? We have the most. So basically, we have the formulas for the most correlated slips possible across these DFS apps, right? And depending on what app or not what apps, what props we are given via the sports books via the DFS apps, right? We take into consideration not only their plus EV or what percent odds they are to hit, etc. We take not only into consideration how correlated the slip is, right? It's not as simple as just all overs or all unders. It's really not. I mean, you guys have seen some of the slips that we've put out or that have cashed. There's been overs in receivers, targets. There's been overs in running back rushing yards, unders and receivers and quarterbacks. There's been overs, unders, and punts. There's interceptions. There's many different ways to correlate these slips. We are just able to pull all the props in, right, from these DFS apps, and then find the most highly correlated one with the highest ROI percentage or profit margin, right? And then, of course, give it a correlation score depending on what props we have in there and depending on their plus EV percentages, odds percent to hit, etc. So it's more than just plugging it in and just plugging in all overs, right? I know some of the slips look that easy, right? Oh, like, duh. Like, one of the slips we cashed was probably the most basic slip you could have ever thought of. It was Chargers versus Minnesota. It was Herbert over pass yards, Keenan Allen and Mike Williams over receiving yards, Kirk Cousins on the other side over pass yards, Addison and Jefferson over receiving yards. Like, that is a very simple and the easiest way to explain positive correlation there is. But it's not always that simple. So yeah, there is stuff that goes in on the back end, not just plugging in all overs on receivers and quarterbacks. Although, think about how correlated that is, obviously. I see that we did hit 75 likes. Let's go, guys. Let's see. Jacob, I wouldn't say necessarily. Think about it. Even a $5 unit better. I mean, just look at the weekend we just had, right? Like I said, if you played 30 slip, am I back? Andrew, I wouldn't necessarily say that. Like, sure, that could work for some games, but I can't promise that's going to be the most profitable and most correlated slip that's available via the props given, right? That's what I'm getting at. I believe I'm back. Can somebody confirm if I'm back? Let's get Bulls Bucks UD. Obviously, not that many games up here at the very moment. Let's go ahead. All right, appreciate you guys. Yeah, like I said, somebody says gone again. I think I'm back though. I'm still back. Okay, it's lagging again. My Wi-Fi is in shambles today. I'm sorry if you guys can hear this. I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and give this slip out before my computer dies. All right, what do we want? What do we want? Quick. In the chat, if you can hear me, what slip shall I reveal? We were good for a second. What slip shall I reveal? Clay says Bills Broncos UD. Torrance says UD. Wizards Raptors prize picks. All right, so we basically got 3-2 NFL, 3-3 prize picks Monday night. Okay. Prize picks, Darius says Bulls Bucks UD. Oh my god, we're way too split, guys. I think right now, Bills Broncos prize picks probably has the W. I don't know. Wizards Raptors is. UD basketball, NBA. All right. You know what? Let's do NBA. NBA, one last time here. I'm going to do a little poll real quick. Parker says L. What? There's like so many layers to this voting process right now. Like, why do they have to be such weird games right now? Big brain, little Spartan. Big brain. All right. I'm gonna let it get to like 33 votes. 30. No, I'm gonna let it get to 35 votes. So if you haven't cast your vote, vote real quick. We need 3 more votes for this to count. All right. Looks like UD it is. All right. Let's just go ahead and do it. We're gonna go ahead and give out the Bulls Bucks UD slip. Not the most highly correlated slip you can have, as we are looking for a correlation score of 100 for the highest percent or highest correlation slip. However, we got it. Dude, this is brutal. All right, I'm just gonna have it up for a second. I'm revealing it. I'm revealing it. Here it is. Giannis over 4.5 assists. Zach LaVine over 3.5 assists. Beasley over 8 points. Vooch over 16.5 points. And Torrey Craig under 5 rebounds is going to be the slip. Boom. All right. Gerard. It's your boy. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties. If you're that pissed off about it, just leave. And then Gerard, if you don't want this BS slip, leave and don't come back. I don't know what to tell you. It's a correlated slip, right? It's called positive correlation across DFS apps. You guys probably can't even hear this rant because the stream's messing up. Not typically like this, guys. Unfortunately, I'm having some issues with Wi-Fi, and all of a sudden it just started happening. But positive correlation, right? If Giannis is going over assist, hopefully he's passing the ball to Malik Beasley for a couple of these buckets that he's going to be getting to hopefully go over 8 points. And then same thing, Zach LaVine, if he's going over 3.5 assists, hopefully he's passing the ball, dumping it off to Vooch, and he's going over points, right? Thus cashing the assist for LaVine, or at least scoring some of those assists for LaVine. Torrey Craig under rebounds. If there's a lot of points being scored, if there's buckets being made, less opportunities for rebounds across the board, hopefully Torrey Craig's not snagging 5 of them, and we cash out. All right. That is going to be it. Yes, there's more correlation slips on the YouTube channels. Go check it out. Matt posted a video, guys. I'm gonna go because this is starting to me how bad the stream is. Jesse, just go get it in. I'm sorry, no link right now. Just go get it in. I don't know what to tell you guys. Pause the video. You guys should have time to go get it in. I'm in shambles, as you guys can see. I love you guys. Thank you guys for rocking me through the shitty quality for now. Got to go figure out what's going on with my Wi-Fi. All right.